21. Bill Ferguson
of that
and Bill, and I'm going to call up Senate President Bill Ferguson.
Can we
just the ground rules? We're not going to time these two witnesses. After the ground rules, we're not going to subsequent will be time 2-minute clock. Witnesses. We're going to take all the live in-person witnesses first. 2-minute clock. Transition to the virtual witnesses. We're going to take all the live in-person witnesses first, and then we're going to transition to the ground rules, and then we will. When we get to questions, we'll try to alternate between basically the ground rules, and then we will. When we get to questions, we'll try to alternate. Mr. President, do you want to lead off, or do you have between the two of you who would like to lead off? Mr. President, do you want to lead off, or do you have between the two of you who would like to lead off?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Madam Chair. Pleasure to be with you and members of the joint committees. Thank you, Mr. Chair, Madam Chair. Pleasure to be with you and members of the joint committees. I'm sorry for ruining everyone's view today. Not the Speaker, who looks wonderful as always. I'm sorry for ruining everyone's view today. It is not a pleasure to be here with you all to present Senate Bills 2100 and House Bill 2100 to present Senate Bills 2100. As many of you know, the General Assembly passed Senate Bill 1012 as many of you know of 2022. The General Assembly, which is our current congressional Senate Bill 1012 of 2022, responded to a March 2022 map Circuit Court order striking down to a March 2021 congressional Circuit Court order and ordered the General Assembly to draw a 2021 congressional map. In the court opinion, ordered the General Assembly down the 2021 congressional map in Schlega versus Lamone. In the court opinion, striking down the 2021 congressional map County, in Schlega versus Lamone and Parrott versus Article 3, the Circuit Court for Anne Arundel County Maryland held that the districting standards in Article 3, Congressional Section 4, though Maryland Constitution, no Maryland constitutional provision expressly addresses congressional redistricting. No Maryland constitutional provision, as the Speaker will describe in more detail, this legislation clarifies the as the Speaker will describe in more understanding this legislation clarifies Article 3, Section 4 of the Maryland Understanding governs only General Assembly. Article 3, Section 4 of the Maryland Constitution governs only General Assembly. Senate Bill 2100 and House Bill 2100 will let Marylanders amend the state constitution. Senate Bill 2100 and House Bill 2100 will let Marylanders amend the state constitution to clarify the congressional responsible first step in ensuring that when Maryland draws a responsible first step in ensuring that when it is when Maryland draws a congressional map the next time Chair Feldman and Chair Wells from a position committees to adopt a favorable committee report. Chair Feldman and Chair Wells, I urge the committees to adopt a favorable committee report with amendment.
Majority Leader President Moon, are you testifying or just here for questions? Majority Leader, so after Moon, are you testifying just here for questions? Open it up for Q&A. Okay. So after Speaker testifies, then we'll open it up for Q&A.
My counterpart.
Thank you very much and good afternoon.
And I want to thank for working on this with me.
My counterpart.
So good afternoon, Chair Wells.
Thank you for working
Chair
on
Feldman,
this with me.
Vice Chair.
So good afternoon, Chair Wells.
I'm pleased to join
Feldman,
Senate President Ferguson in support of House Bill 2100. I'm pleased to join Senate President Ferguson in support of House Bill 2100. President Ferguson has explained the history that brought us to this moment. I want to focus on what this moment. And what I want to focus on what this legislation House Bill 2100 and Senate Bill 2100 do not House Bill 2100 and Senate Bill 2100. It does not draw a single district line, a congressional map, or make any changes ahead of the 2026 general election. It does not draw a single district line, or make any changes ahead of the 2026 This proposed constitutional amendment makes three straightforward changes to allow Maryland to meet the moment makes three states across the country engage to allow Maryland to meet the moment mid-decade as
862 to help protect Marylanders from future possibly devastating accidents. Thank you so much, Madam Speaker.
You're welcome. So House Bill recognizing the gentleman from Baltimore County.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
You're welcome.
I would just like to echo the comments of the Vice Chair of the E&T Committee. This bill is all about safety. It always has been. And just to emphasize a couple points the Vice Chair made, having a minimum of a two-person crew operating trains throughout the state is vital to ensure those trains run safely. In the event of an emergency, having a second crew member on board the train to serve as the incident commander is crucial. And the movement nationally by many states to enact this important rail safety measure was born out of tragedy. This legislation has been enacted in several states in other jurisdictions following tragic train derailments that led to the destruction of property, towns being evacuated, and lives lost here in the U.S. and abroad. So for all those reasons, I urge that the veto be overridden.
House Bill 862, recognizing the gentleman from Baltimore County.
Good morning. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Good morning.
Would the floor leader
welcome.
rise for a question, please?
Floor leader? The gentleman from Baltimore County.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. Good.
Good. So the good delegate from Baltimore County just talked about the fact that basically this is already the law of the land. So why are we here doing this? Why do we need this if this is already the law of the land?
It's a rule. It's a federal rule. As we know, rules can be repealed, rescinded, end. And so this is a backstop in the event that that federal rule is repealed, is no longer in force.
Isn't it more than just a federal rule, though? Haven't the unions and the companies also agreed in their arbitration process as well? So doesn't it seem like both sides agree that this is the right practice? So I hear what you're saying about the federal rule, but it seems like it's more than that because it seems like the companies also agree that this is the right practice. So again, why are we doing this?
You're correct. The current collective bargaining agreement between the unions and the railroads does say that there should be a two-person crew. That collective bargaining agreement currently ends in 2030. It has to be renegotiated. We don't know what any future collective bargaining agreements might yield.
And what was the reason that the governor decided to veto this legislation?
I couldn't tell you. I just have to refer you to the veto override letter.
Okay, I think it was because it's already the law of the land, so he thought that it was duplicative. But for those reasons, because this is already the law of the land, I will be voting no on this, just like I have many times in the past. Thank you.
You're welcome. Recognizing the delegate from Montgomery County.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Just to support the comments of the floor leader, I just would like to point out that while the jargon has been that it's the law of the land, it's actually a regulation. And we all know that regulations can be changed. So we have an obligation to keep Marylanders safe on our rail lines. We can't leave it to the whim of federal regulators. And so that's why one of the reasons we need this bill. The other point that was made is that, yes, it is in the collective bargaining agreement. That collective bargaining agreement expires in 2030. We don't know what's going to happen to future collective bargaining agreements. It's collective bargaining. They sit down at the table and they negotiate. And the outcome of those negotiations are not in control of this chamber. So I think that we should make sure that the people of Maryland are safe and that they have the same assurances of being safe that those crews have under the collective bargaining agreement, at least until 2030. We need to make sure that that safety continues long after that. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
House Bill 862 has been vetoed by the governor. The question before the House is, shall the bill pass notwithstanding the objections of the chief executive? A green vote overrides the governor's veto. 85 votes are needed. The clerk will call the roll.
Madam Speaker.
Has everyone recorded their vote? Will anyone like to change their vote? If not, the clerk will take the call. There being 99 votes in the affirmative and 30 votes in the negative, the veto is overridden. Message to the Senate. The clerk will read the message.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Senate, the House of Delegates has voted to override the governor's veto of House Bill 862, 2026 regular session. Said bill is sent to you for your consideration by order. So you see, Chief Clerk.
Hear no objection. The message is adopted. Recognizing the majority leader. Okay. Sorry. The clerk will read the bill.
House Bill 1151, Maryland Department of Health, study on Maryland Medical Insurance Assistance Program, reimbursement of hospice room and board services.
Recognizing the majority leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move to special order House Bill 1151 until the next session.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. The bill has been special order. The clerk will read the next bill, please. Actually, this will end the work for this morning session. Recognizing the committee appropriations, committee announcements.
committee is not meeting, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
Economic Matters. It's okay. You forgot where it is. It happens.
Hey, I'm looking at the buttons down here. I'm like, what is happening here? Good morning, everyone. Economic Matters will meet at 1:30. Just kidding. All right, no jokes left. All right, Economic Matters is not meeting, Madam Speaker.
All right, Environment and Transportation.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The House Environment and Transportation Committee is not meeting today.
Government, Labor, and Elections.
Good morning.
Let's listen.
Good morning. GLEE is meeting at noon for a joint hearing with Triple E. Please be in your seats before noon. Thank you very much.
Health.
Joint hearing room, excuse me. Thank you.
Thank you. Health.
The Health Committee will not be meeting today.
Judiciary.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Judiciary will not be meeting today.
Ways and Means.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Ways and Means Committee will not be meeting today.
Any subcommittee announcements? Delegation announcements? Recognizing the chair of the Prince George's County delegation.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Prince George's County House delegation will be meeting at 1 p.m. via Zoom today. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other delegation announcements? All right. Recognizing the Vice Chair of Health.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Joint Ethics Committee will be meeting today at 1 o'clock in room G135 in the Legislative Services Building. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
You're welcome. Any caucus announcements? All right, seeing none. Any personal? Recognizing the Vice Chair, Economic Matters Committee.
Thank you. The Montgomery County House Democratic Caucus will be meeting in room 350 at 1 o'clock.
Okay, thank you. Any other caucus announcements? Recognizing the delegate from Hartford County. Good morning.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Good morning.
Good morning.
Body, we are so blessed that we got called in on this particular day, and I'm going to tell you why. So many of us don't get to enjoy the benefits of being born during session. Rarely do we get the opportunity to really celebrate one of our very favorite members. This member grew up in Baltimore. He sometimes will allow your phone to connect to his towers so that you can text crappy texts to people like me sometimes. He raised a beautiful family. Whenever I get triggered on the floor, I can always go to his office. His door is always open to listen to my ad nauseum complaints. He loves to giggle and laugh when things are said that are totally off the cuff and off color on the floor. And he loves to fight and champion for children in Maryland, not to just get an education, but to get a real quality education. It is his greatest passion. So, without further ado, body, please recognize my very good friend. Permission to use the delegate's name?
Permission granted.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
You're welcome.
Delegate Mark Fisher from Southern Maryland. Happy birthday. We love you.
Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker.
I got to do it. Madam Speaker.
1 second, please. Recognizing the delegate from Carroll County.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
You're welcome.
Body, please help me to welcome a citizen from my district in Carroll County, Michelle DeFeo. She's here with a lot of folks for concerned citizens of Self-Direction Maryland. There'll be a lot of people out here today about that important issue. So please welcome her and thank her for coming.
Welcome. Recognizing the delegate from Montgomery.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
You're welcome.
I want to pay a brief tribute to someone, a friend who will not be returning when we reconvene in January. Permission to use the delegate's name?
Permission granted.
I want to acknowledge my dear friend, Delegate Frank Conaway Jr., because of the fact that many of you probably don't know this, but he has been so good to me. For example, many nights the Judiciary Committee was running late, and so the shuttle was closed, and as you know, I don't drive. And so what he would do, because he was such a good man, is follow me to my hotel to make sure I got home okay. And he always, also on those late nights, made sure I had something to eat. And he was also one of the first friends I made when I came to this body, so I'll miss him very much. And I just want to thank him for his 20 years of service to the body and always looking out for me. Thank you, Delegate.
Thank you, Delegate.
Madam Speaker.
Recognizing the delegate from Prince George's County.
Are you gonna take care of it?
I was going to take care of it.
All right.
Thank
honey.
you so much.
Okay. Recognizing the other delegate from Prince George's County.
Thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
I just want to say, first of all, permission to use the delegate name.
Permission granted.
Well, this delegate, he's my district mate. Not only is he's having a birthday, but he's a new father again. His son was born last Monday. And, you know, it's been a joy celebrating, kind of not with him because, as you stated, we're not here during the summertime. They're usually somewhere else. But I just want to have the body to take the time to wish not only this Delegate Julian Ivy, not only a happy birthday, but also the born of his new son. Happy birthday, Julian.
Happy birthday. Any other personal or guest announcements? Recognizing the gentleman from Baltimore County.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
You're welcome.
I have one of our constituents, colleagues, Miss Karen Smith, the founder of the Maryland Self-Direction Services, is here with us today. Her father-in-law was the former county executive and judge, if Karen's in the audience. Anyway, Miss Karen Smith. She's on this side.
Welcome the new council-elect for District 1 in Prince George's County, Michelle Garcia. Any other personal or guest announcements? All right. Corin Cole.
Madam Speaker.
Has everyone recorded their presence? Okay. The clerk will take the call. There being 132 members present, the House is still in session. Recognizing the majority leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move that the House stands recessed until Monday, August 3rd at 4:00 p.m.
4:00 p.m. Please try to come a little earlier to your seats, okay? And if time changes, please look at your emails, all right, and text, and we'll communicate with you, all right? If you need anything between now and then, our office is open, okay? Thank you so much. See you soon.